Ladies and gentlemen, moving straight up to the next part of the evening. This is for the vacant FCCtv middleweight championship bout. This is an amateur A-class battle foul over 5 at 3-minute rounds. Your first fighter, stepping into the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, Matt Hopkins! And his opponent, stepping into the cage and fighting out of the red corner,
Ladies and gentlemen, FCC4, Brad 48 Wharton here on the mic with Iron Jez Cook. And this is the middleweight title fight, the vacant middleweight title to be contested by FCC favourite Matt Hopkins and Ann Bailey. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very important announcement to make right now. 2,500 FCC fans have packed into the Premier Suite, Bolton's Reebok Stadium tonight for FCC4. On behalf of FCC, I would like to thank every single one of those 2,500 fans. You guys make FCC what it is. And promoter Adam Tay can be incredibly proud of the job he's done this evening. Truly is the biggest, the best amateur show in the UK, arguably the world. We await the rival of Ann Bailey now. Ann Bailey's an incredibly experienced fighter. The guy's been boxing since he was 12 years old. He's done 2 years MMA. He's put his own shows on, he coaches fighters. He's dropped down to light heavyweight from this fight. He was a comfortable light heavyweight. He's done the work this time, he's put the work in, he's got down to middleweight. He's very strong, he's very fit. The guy's got savage ground and pound, but he loves to scrap. And one thing we know about Matt Hopkins is he also loves to scrap.
I was just about to say, hey, guess what? We've got two guys who like to scrap.
Absolutely.
So
obviously we're going to end up seeing a jiu-jitsu clinic.
No, one would hope these guys don't, you know, I love jiu-jitsu, don't get me wrong, it's my passion, but I really do hope that these guys just go for it, slug it out. You know, that's what it's penned down for, that's what we're looking for, and yeah, only time will tell.
Ann Bailey's a very disciplined fighter, you know. He's got the army background, he's got a technical boxing background. Hopkins is a slugger. It's the boxer versus the puncher.
Yeah, this is
always good to see, Jess.
This is for the vacant FCC middleweight title. The fighter fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 84.1. He's 26 ounces at 6'2". He fights out of Enemy Academy, Little Holton and Hills from Tilsley.
Another one of our goddamn beautiful FCC ring girls here.
Oh, what a position we have.
It's Matt Hopkins and Bailey getting introduced by Sifecam.
I just wanted to bring something up quickly before we get into this. Now, we've talked about these both being slogans, but remember, Matt Hopkins at FCC3 took on Jason Woodruff, sporting a blue mohawk, and he dispatched his opponent with a first round armbar. So he has got the ability to, you know, pull off submissions. But
these are two great fighters, and that's why they're fighting for the FCC middleweight title, Jez.
yeah, very much so. Adam
Like
Tate.
TLC, we don't want no scrubs in FCC.
We don't, and we don't get any. The Lord of the Manor, Mr. Adam Tate, really does treat us to some absolutely cracking fights. Tonight has proven very much so.
And here we go, Matt Hopkins and Bailey. Bailey starts things off with a leg kick, and a nice combination. Hopkins clinches, looking for a takedown early on. I think Matt feels that it's going to be favourable to him if he gets Bailey on his back.
Yeah,
Bailey, meanwhile, is going to be looking to strike.
very much so. I think.
Well, Bailey with a takedown, and we know Bailey's got ground and pound as well.
Yeah, he does. We mentioned this earlier. I think it's going to be interesting because both guys are really eager, probably, to test each other out. They're very actually evenly matched up, really. So
absolutely. And Bailey's the guy on top. He's got the camo and black shorts and the tribal tattoos. Matt Hopkins on the bottom in the black and red with the mohawk.
Now, can I ask you a quick question, Brad? Being a fellow Mohawker, I don't know if that's the right term.
That is the right term.
Is there a bias here at all?
Absolutely. Although, to be fair, I'm quite scared of Aunt Bailey, so maybe I'll just call her straight down the middle.
Good decision.
Plus, Aunt Bailey's got champagne afterwards, so, let's all be friends. That's all I'm saying. Why can't we all just get along?
Well, exactly. What it's all about, you bring it in the cage and then you leave it in the cage.
These are sportsmen, Jez. They're athletes, they're sportsmen. They're going to finish this fight, and they're going to shake hands, they're going to have a drink afterwards, and that's what FCC is all about. And Aunt Bailey at the moment is controlling Matt Hopkins on the ground. He's sitting in the guard nicely. Not a massive amount of activity, but he's doing the work, he's scoring the points, he's winning the round.
Yeah, and Bailey's doing really what he needs to, and now throwing down a bit of ground and pound, and the crowd react to it. It's interesting here. I mean, neither fighter have really looked to advance from this position. Both keeping busy, but both happy just to sit in this position. And I think Matt Hopkins possibly waiting for an opportunity just to get it stood up again. We thought he'd be wanting to try and look at submissions, but
it's testament to the defensive work of Matt Hopkins, I believe, at this point, because we know Aunt Bailey's got lethal ground and pound, and Matt Hopkins is doing a good job of negating that right now.
Yeah, massive. Definitely so.
Referee Dean Weir giving these guys time to work. As Bailey looks to create some space, but Hopkins now looking to get out, wall walk up the cage. He's not going to be able to do it though. And Bailey now traps the arm and starts throwing down the ground and pound.
Yeah, this is a dangerous position. He saw an opportunity there, did Bailey, and he seized it quickly. But credit again, as we said, Hopkins has got good defence on his back. He's proved that, and he's returned himself into a guard. And you'll see this round out, and get back and come and bring it in the second.
A very close round there, Jez. I believe Aunt Bailey took it.
Agreed. Yeah. I think
nice bit of work towards the end of the round there. Secures it for Aunt Bailey. 10-9 on my scorecard.
Yeah, he got it to the ground and kept busy, and that's that's what it's all about.
And Aunt Bailey's got some support here as well, Jez. One or two fans at the back. Not quite as many as Rick Maudsley, but still a decent contingent for Aunt Bailey.
And they'll be happy so far from what they're seeing.
Absolutely. But let's remember, he may have taken that first round, but this is still very much anybody's fight, Jez.
5 full rounds, so 1 down, 4 to go.
And we've got to remember that Aunt Bailey is in incredible condition. This guy has trained himself to the peak of his physical fitness. He's never been this fit before, and that's all because he's fighting for the prestigious FCC middleweight championship. So the chance to be the first ever FCC amateur middleweight champion.
Yeah, that's a big deal, and both guys, are really determined to get their hands on it, and why wouldn't you? A great privilege to be bestowed on any fighter.
Hopkins charging in there, looking to use his size to bully his man. But Ant Bailey immediately turns him on the cage and looks to get a single leg trip.
Yeah, they weren't listening to us at all when we were saying about standing and banging, were they? Both fighters are really looking to get tussled into a wrestling matchup and test each other's takedown strengths, weaknesses.
We know Bailey's got extremely solid ground and pound, and to me, as much as he'd like to stand and bang, the best route to winning this fight is to get on top and rain down the blows, and that's what he's looking for. You know, as much as this guy likes to tear up, he likes winning. Well, he wants to win this fight, and a ground and pound victory is probably on the cards for Ant Bailey if that's the way this fight goes.
Well, exactly. It's without getting too into it. It's kind of a risk analysis, isn't it? This game. You've got to weigh up. What is it? The best route to take the victory. You want to be a crowd pleaser. Everyone wants to be a crowd pleaser, but at the end of the day, everyone wants to win.
Matt Hopkins would brawl 10 rounds with Rocky Balboa. We know he'd do that. So why would you stand up with him?
Exactly.
And Ant Bailey now looking to create some space.
But Hopkins doing well. He's looking to secure the arm and bring him in, tying him up. Both fighters keep him busy. And Hopkins looking to try and put on a Kimura very unsuccessfully, though. I mean, ultimately he just wants to try and secure his opponent.
He had that arm locked. He's not locked in anymore. And now he's trying to rain down some ground and pound.
Yeah, the action right in front of us. We've got an absolutely cracking view of these guys.
And what a struggle this is. How good is this matchmaking at Full Contact Contender? There's not been a single case of a guy being overmatched. It's been absolutely incredible. And Bailey now looking for a takedown, but it's Hopkins with a guillotine in.
Trying to look in. He has got a good position. He needs to tighten it up. There is a bit of
Bailey's
a gap
looking
there.
safe. That arm is not over the throat. It's over the chin. And Bailey's okay from this position.
Yep.
And now the guillotine's gone.
He had an opportunity there, but I think Bailey, in all fairness, looked comfortable throughout that.
And what a great display of mixed martial arts we're seeing. These two guys, we thought we were seeing a boxer versus a brawler. We're seeing a very well-rounded display of mixed martial arts, Jez.
We're seeing an MMA expert versus an MMA expert, two top-quality amateur fighters.
I think amateur is but a term. These guys have got the skills of pros. Well, incredibly talented fighters.
Exactly. And to be honest, the word amateur itself actually means to have a passion, to have a love of, and that's what these guys have. They have a passion and they bring it.
Incredible insight there, Jez. And an incredible fight we're watching right now as the second round comes to a close at FCCTv4. Ant Bailey versus Matt Hopkins. And at the moment, Ant Bailey's 2 rounds up.
Agreed. Completely agree with you. He secured the first 2. We were really grinded away at Matt Hopkins, but thoroughly deserved point scores. And so moving into the third round, we've got Matt Hopkins down. What do you think he needs to do? What are you going to look for him to do? What do you think his corner's going to be telling him to do moving to the third?
I think it's going to be a change of tack for Matt Hopkins now. I think he's constantly saying, you know what, you've got up close, it's not gone too well for you. Stay at range, stay outside, don't get in the pocket, don't be looking for the takedowns, stay outside, try and drag him into a brawl, because that's Matt Hopkins' game.
Yes. So
he's a brawler. Exactly. Drag him into a bout of fisticuffs, try and land that big right hand.
So basically keep light on the feet, create some distance, and just patient.
I don't think patience is even the key. I think he needs to swarm him. Bailey's going to be the patient fighter here. Hopkins needs to bring the pain. And Bailey landing some big shots there. And Matt Hopkins ties him up again. Hopkins with a takedown. And now it's Hopkins in top position. Matt Hopkins trying to take the back, but Ant Bailey squeezes himself out. And now it's Ant Bailey in top position. He's in half guard now, and he's trying to rain down some nice close ground and pound.
Yeah, it was great work there by Matt Hopkins, but Ant Bailey saw the threat and extinguished it quite quickly, and moves now to re-secure a dominant position where we've seen him be quite successful over the last 2 rounds.
Now, Ant Bailey is in prime position now to rain some of that notorious ground and pound that he's got. Let's see if he can do it. because Matt Hopkins has done a great job of tying him up so far, Jez.
Yeah, he has, but you know, to be honest here, if Bailey maintains this momentum, then he's going to be securing the third. That leaves only one option, and that's the kind of option I like. That's an all-out attack.
Absolutely, you know, look, Jez, this is a 5-round fight, so even if he does secure the first 3 rounds, it doesn't matter, because if he runs out of gas for the last 2, it's anyone's game.
Yeah. But I have a feeling that's not going to be the case. I mean, you know, we know Bailey, you know, he's got an army background, the guy's used to training hard, but...
And Hopkins looking for a triangle choke now. He's got those legs around the neck. Bailey powers his way out and starts smashing down some ground and pound.
This goes back to my comment there, is that, like, you know, Bailey's showing some amazing conditioning. The pace that he's maintaining throughout, I mean, you know, he is really set and prepared. But here we go.
Hopkins looking for the armbar. Bailey slams him down, and he's got the arm out. Fantastic work there by Bailey.
Oh, a moment of danger. Hold your breath.
That came close, Jez. That came very close.
And here we go.
Hopkins looking for a reverse triangle. Reverse triangle choke by Hopkins. That's tight, Jez. That is tight. Bailey trying to, I believe, just trying to stay in position there. And Hopkins going for Kimura on the other side. This is incredibly dangerous position here.
He's squeezing, he's pushing, and he's pulled his head through.
Oh my goodness. He loses the inverted triangle. He loses a Kimura. Bailey now in top position. Unbelievable fight we're seeing here at FCC4. Bailey versus Matt Hopkins.
A resounding reminder to Bailey that you cannot take Matt Hopkins for granted. You know, you think you got him, you think you're pressing, you're getting the advantage, but this guy, he's got a good skill set. We said earlier, whilst he can pull, he's finished fights by submission, and you know, he might try and do the same tonight.
The clackers sound for the end of the 3rd round. I forgot there was rounds at that point. I was enjoying this fight so much.
So we move now and prepare for the 4th, but yeah, this fight fully in favour of Bailey, who's put together 3 solid rounds.
As I chew through this mountain of gummy bears. What an incredible fight to reflect on, Jez. Bailey probably taking all 3 rounds, but it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, I think Matt's got to really start being aware of the threat on the ground. We saw at the beginning of the 3rd, he came in and looked for the takedown. You know, he shouldn't really be doing that.
Oh, Bailey with a knockout! Unbelievable! Bailey with a huge KO at the start of the 4th round. Oh my God!
Literally, what can you say? Matt Hopkins was out before he even hit the deck. A huge right by Bailey to take this middleweight title, and a thoroughly deserved. He was demonstrated such a great perseverance through the first 3 rounds, but then brought it. It's like, this is a reminder, look, Bailey is a knockout specialist, and what a way to take the middleweight crown. Congratulations to Bailey, our new middleweight champion.
curve, please. Riders on the centre of the curve. Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 seconds of the 4th round by way of knockout, the winner and FCC middleweight champion, and ladies! Please show your appreciation for Matt Hopkins. And come over here and catch the hands pretty well here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with you around Bentley. How do you take time?
Oh, mate, I've been out of the night after you. I live still in the group. I've got the build to myself, so I've been down the farm. It took me 3 months to get started. I might have been doing something about after a long time. I do it, but obviously, corners.
We spoke this morning, we spoke yesterday. You've been doing a lot of work for this fight. You've had a very long training camp. Does it feel like it's been worth it now?
Yeah, by the time we trained, I think about 4 weeks because I was injured all over me. So my time all weeks, I've been training 3 times a day. Just massive thank you to all the trainers, Mickey Guy, all the guys that rolled with me, Jamie, Alf, Mickey, John Sear up there, Ty Dixon, instructor, absolutely fucking fantastic. And I just worked hard and I did a lot of this for my family and my kids and I never had one heart sorry about this and I want to family this like that, but we missed that for some time in 10 weeks. We've been quite late, we need to shift, it's been a bit of a long time about, but just over to them, the team at my gym, we're making the boxing, Jamie, and Daddy, and PJ, and family, and all the guys that are all mates.
And you know if you're right and you do some good work for the top position. Did you ever think you'd end the fight on the feet, or were you looking for the round of stoppage?
I think really come with a plan and just go to cage and see what happens and just fight out the best. Matt was not contagious on his back all the time, and I knew that as well, just from looking at his game. But persevered and worked on protecting myself in difficult positions. And obviously all the way from the private sessions and the coaching sessions with the guys in the gym has paid off.
Now, myself and Iron Disco did some very good commentary on your fight there. I know you've been talking about a champagne after party. Are we going to get a glass as well?
Wow, fucking hell, anything's possible. Anything's possible. A bit more than a bit of champagne, but who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen,